everybody, and welcome to another edition of I Have to Leave to Go Pick Up the Kids in 15 minutes. So I'm going to make tacos for dinner. I'm a day late. This isn't Taco Tuesday, it's Wednesday, so I'll do my best anyway. I wanted to show you how to throw something quick together from the free cookbook that you can download on www.theguiltfreegourmet.net. 100% free. It's 155 pages of recipes for dressings, dips, appetizers, desserts, all kinds of stuff. Completely free download, no charge, nothing. Download, print it. You have my permission. Print it on the pages if you want to take it to Staples, to Kinko's, anywhere. And there's permission right there. You could show them that I allow you to print it. What we are going to make today, in a relatively quick amount of time, is the black bean puree that is on page 29. Now, I have it in the dip section, though it is actually a side dish. You can use it as a dip. I know a lot of folks will say you can already make a 0-point black bean puree just by taking a can of black beans and pureeing it. No. What we are going to do is try to maximize the amount of flavor you can put in and have something that when you serve it to your family, they will not think it's diet food. They will not think that they are having to suffer through diet cooking, and they will start to look forward to what you're making now. Does it take an extra couple of minutes? Yes, it does, and it has an extra couple seasonings. Herbs, you know, you're not used to probably putting some of this stuff in your black bean puree, but once you taste the finished product, you will have your mind blown. So let's get to cooking. All right, the first thing we're going to do is preheat our pan for about 30 seconds to a minute. We want to get it nice and hot. Add a little bit of cooking spray. We're going to take a half a cup of diced onion, half cup of diced red bell pepper, and the recipe normally calls for poblano pepper, but we are going to use green bell pepper because that's all the store had. And we are going to also add 1 medium clove of chopped garlic. Heat up to medium. We're going to let this sweat for a minute or two. We just want it to start to soften up, release some of those natural juices in it. Alright, it has been 5 to 6 minutes that we have let this cook down. The peppers, onions are starting to blister a little bit. Going to lower the heat to medium, and to this we are going to add a half cup of chicken broth and 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Stir that together, scrape the bottom of the pan, get all that nice flavoring off the bottom. And then we are going to add our seasonings. We have a half teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and we have a half teaspoon of garlic powder. Add that in there. Stir it up. Now that this is nice and bubbling, we took 45 ounces, which is 1 medium can of black beans and a 15-ounce can. So we have a 29 and a 15-ounce can of black beans, and we want to use a colander to drain them. Put them in the colander, get them over to the sink, rinse them off. You don't want any of that black canned goop coming out. And we are going to add our black beans, and then a half cup packed of chopped fresh cilantro. Stir that in. Keep the heat at around medium high, and let that simmer for 5 minutes. Let all those flavors start to break down the beans. You have the chicken broth, you have slight bright acidity from the red wine vinegar, and then you have all the herby deliciousness from the cilantro that's really going to give a nice Latin flavor that's much deeper than just pureeing a simple can of beans. In the same way that you sometimes hear people on Connect saying to make easy hummus, just puree a can of garbanzo beans. That has a much different flavor from actually making real hummus that has tahini, a little bit of olive oil, garlic, and has depth of flavor versus just a one-hit wonder. So we're going to let this simmer for 5 minutes. We allowed the black bean mixture to simmer for 5 minutes. Now we are going to add it to our food processor. And I don't have a whole lot of time left before I have to go pick up the kids. You can use an immersion blender for this in a tall pot or pitcher, whatever you got on hand. If you don't have a food processor, try using a Ninja blender. Anything you have. I just happen to have a food processor. I don't have a super expensive one. I got an economy one, and it's worked great for years. And now, as you can see, we have all of these flavors that are all cooked together. We're going to blend it till smooth. It'll take about 30 seconds. Alright, we have ran it for a little bit. We now have a nice, extremely flavorful, oh that's good, puree. You can't see it from the video probably, but it is of course pureed black beans, but there's tons of small bits of seasoned and sauteed onion, bell pepper, green, red, cilantro, cumin, garlic. It is loaded with flavor, and a Menchie spoon. Alright, so we are all finished making the puree. Now it's ready to serve. You can have it as a dip, you can have it as a side dish. This particular recipe makes 3.5 cups, true 0 points. Not a typical one where there's, the first serving 0 points and then the rest have points. This entire 3.5 cups is 0 points. That does not mean 0 calories, but it is 0 points. And let me put this in the bowl, and then I will pull up the nutritional information on this, which was thankfully provided by our wonderful Cake Riot from Connect. So the nutritional info for this dip, for those of you who want to track calories and macros and all that stuff, the black bean dip puree, it is 90 calories per quarter cup, no fat, 15 grams of carbs, 1 gram sugar, 5 grams protein. So 90 calories, 0 fat per quarter cup serving. Pretty much my MO, high flavor, low point, low fat, low calorie dishes. Full of flavor. This is worthy of something you'll have in a restaurant. Here is the puree. But yeah, I'll tell you guys all about it in the post. Thanks for watching, and I'll get you next time. Gotta go.